78 Sports TV here with my brother, Mr. Kenny Porter. How you doing today, Brother Kenny?
I'm doing all right, man. Considering the circumstances, you know what I'm saying? I'm a fighter, so, you know, my thing is not the loss, but how you come back from it. That's the most important part. How do you come back from the loss? Absolutely.
Now, you always tell me that if you beat us on Saturday, you got to do it again the next Saturday. I applaud that type of thinking in boxing. Too often in boxing, when a fighter loses, everybody wants to write the guy off. It happens all the time. Shawn, how is Shawn doing right now?
Well, right now, Shawn's body is, you know, really tightened up on him after the adrenaline, you know, from the fight was so high, and then the low of not getting a decision. You know, your body starts to really tighten up, you know, so his back and arm and shoulder and everything is, you know, everything on him is just, you know, aching right now. So he took a hot bath and salt bath, Epsom salt, and, you know, he got some ice on his face and has some Tylenol, and now he's sleeping. So, you know, he's not really, you know, in the mood to talk or do anything right now. He's getting some rest, which, you know, he needs.
Right, absolutely. Understandable. So why don't you go over for the fans how you saw the fight going? Tell us what was the game plan going into the fight?
The game plan going into the fight was to use in boxing to set up the body punches. And then after we got to the body, you know, be able to come back to his head. And obviously, the judges weren't giving us any credit for the body work that we were doing. And I know Shawn put a lot of time and effort into the body work during the fight, but we weren't getting no credit for it because, according to them, we weren't doing enough to get credit for it. So,
did you? You know, the holding was a tactic. Usually Shawn is able to, he doesn't let people hold him. He gets out of that. Brook was able to effectively hold Shawn and not get any points or anything taken away. Did you feel that the holding was excessive?
Oh, of course it was excessive. There's no way possible it was not excessive. It was so excessive to the point where, you know, I don't have to go back and look at tape to recall numerous occasions that my entire corner was yelling at the referee for the holding, that Shawn was pushing the guy off and slinging the guy off and throwing the guy back against the ropes just so he could stop him from holding. And that, you know, so much so the commission came to my corner during the fight and told us to stop yelling at the referee for the holding.
Wow, okay. Did you guys find that Kell Brook was stronger than you guys anticipated? How did Shawn think of Kell Brook's strength?
I didn't ask him about that, but, you know, from my standpoint, the only thing that he did stronger to me was the holding. I mean, that was it. I mean, it wasn't that he was cracking so hard or landing so many great combinations on Shawn that deterred us as much as he held and wrestled so much to the point where, you know, we can't fight under those circumstances. Now, even in that situation, I saw so many punches on the inside to the body from Shawn and none from Brook. I just can't see how he gets credit for winning so many rounds.
Yeah, I thought that was odd as well because I didn't understand why Shawn didn't get any credit for the body work. Clearly, Shawn was trying to go to the body, and he was doing that effectively. Brook did surprise me, however. He surprised me, his willingness to stand with Shawn, and he would hold Shawn coming in. He kind of used the Evander Holyfield strategy against Mike Tyson. What do you think of Kell Brook after watching him against Shawn? What do you think of the other guy?
I just think that, honestly, the guy needed points taken away from him. If points weren't taken away from him, then he needed to be reprimanded and stopped from holding. And then, you know, if you beat us, if you're able to beat us and you win a fight, you know, without holding us, then you win a fight. I got no problem with that. You know what I mean? But I just don't think that that's what was going on. You know, there's no way I can, you know, be discouraged or upset with my kid because I didn't see that from Kell Brook. You know, I can't honestly tell you that if I was in Kell Brook's corner, I would have been happy with what happened. I would not have been happy because I would have had a fighter that was holding so damn much. I would have felt that, hey, you're on the verge of being disqualified, and or you got to be losing this fight because you're holding, you know, so much. There's no way possible that you could be winning. So I just don't call that fighting. I just don't. You know, I don't see that as boxing. You know, if you're boxing clean, putting combinations together and you hit us, and then you step around, you put a button together and you hit us, or you put a combination together and you slip and then you come back or something, okay, I understand that. But the guy was, you know, it was ridiculous. There was no way possible that I could say, even if I was in his corner, I would be happy with something like that because he was held excessively. And that shouldn't be allowed in any kind of boxing match.
Okay, I know that to my understanding, Shawn had another date. You guys were looking at a date in like December. Is that still in play, or was Shawn want some time off after this fight?
You know what? I lost everything you said. You broke up on that because
I said, are you guys trying to get Shawn back into the ring in December, or is Shawn going to look to take some time off?
Well, he's going to have to because of the cut. You know, he did get a headbutt. It was unintentional. We didn't feel like the headbutt was intentional. Okay, I can tell you, I don't feel like the headbutt was intentional. We can live with that. We got cut. We can live with that. But I feel that all of the holding was excessive. It was intentional. It was everything that it needed to be to stop somebody, nullify somebody from fighting, boxing, punching, and you know, I just can't agree with that, you know. And then to be threatened by the commission during the fight and told, you better stop yelling at the referee. Okay, why isn't this referee? You mean you're going to reprimand us for us telling him that he's holding, or allowing holding, but you're not going to reprimand him, or you're not going to make him do his job? So, no, I just can't agree with that at all. Have you ever heard of such a thing? A commission come to you during the fight and tell you to stop telling the referee that he's holding.
Yeah, that's real strange right there. But you know, the thing is, I know Shawn Porter. I know how he fights. Shawn Porter will be back, and all the doubters out there, don't sleep. You know, this is what happens in boxing when you fight the people you're supposed to fight. Sometimes you take one. You got any message you want to send out there to the Shawn Porter fans, Brother Porter?
This kind of decision is the type of things that happen in boxing. It's happened before. It won't be the last time, you know. And it'll make him stronger. And all this means is now he'll become a two-time world champion.
Indeed.